It's really interesting around boutique. I like to think more around lifestyle in terms of what's happening at the moment, but the market is particularly buoyant, and we're seeing London demand levels being particularly high in the last number of months, and I think some of the uncertainties we've seen with regard to Brexit and the weakening of the pound, ironically, have done us a huge favour, and we're seeing greater demand. And in fact, what I've seen in the last quarter for my particular business is the strongest levels of occupancy, along with being able to drive significant rate. So I think we're in a fairly healthy place at this moment in time. Yeah, I think Brexit is such a topical issue for all of us at this moment in time. One of the big factors I think it has created is a level of uncertainty with regard to employment. I think there's two real elements to what's happening. There's the employment issue, which is very, very significant. We rely heavily upon people coming into this country to help and support the hospitality industry. And if you look at a city like London, I'm involved with West London and chairperson of the West London Hotel Managers Association, where we've got 40 properties representing 3,500 employees. 90% of our employees are non-UK passport holders. So in terms of attracting a workforce, it is absolutely paramount that we have freedom of movement. And one of the big concerns would be around that freedom of movement. I suppose secondly then, one of the other key concerns is around importing product into this country. If for example, things like wines and food product, we were suddenly to find levies being placed on these, it would make our cost of operation fairly expensive and obviously quite considerable. One of the ironic elements of all of this is that we've seen the weakening of the pound has actually made our international market more buoyant. People perceive that London is a cheaper place to come and visit, which for all of us that works well. It's just the longevity of that would be my key concern. So there's a lot of questions there at this moment in time, and we do need to get some answers. Well, first of all, isn't it amazing? We're sat here today, it's December, and we are outside in this fantastic space. We've got a wonderful backdrop behind us, and we've created a little village here of a dining experience, an entertainment experience, and really we touched upon it at the beginning here, it's all about lifestyle. It's creating unique, wonderful opportunities, executing them really professionally and giving people something to really create memories, create magic memories. And I'm delighted to be able to do something like we are here. It's a little bit different, and when you walk by the front of our particular hotel, you think you're on a busy road, and then you come into this amazing oasis. So it's about something that's innovative, different, and it's about having a bit of fun as well. And let's not forget about what our business is about, and too much, and it gets too serious too often. So let's have a bit of fun, and this is a great way to do it. And from an entrepreneurial point of view, it's making great revenues for us, so it's ticking all the boxes. Well, I think in terms of Grenfell, one of the things that I realised that I've worked in this area for many, many years, and we talk about community, and we talk about social responsibility, and having an input and being able to make a difference. And Grenfell was one of those very upsetting experiences that opened my eyes to the fact that we have a responsibility to help and support. And through West London and the greater hotel industry in London, we set up an event when this happened and generated and raised over £100,000, which we donated to the trustees of the Grenfell charity. We also at the same time wanted to create a lasting memory, and that's where the Grenfell Garden came from. And we have this as a memorial to the 72 people that passed away. Some of those people stayed with us, families stayed with us. So I feel we have a bond, but I also feel we have a responsibility to act in a socially responsible way. So yeah, this is not going to go away. It's something we'll continue on with. I would say to you that London as a destination is one of those destinations that has always got demand, and the demand comes from all over the world, and it does depend a lot upon what's happening by way of exchange rates, by way of what's happening in from an economic perspective, but fundamentally from a tourism perspective and from an economic business point of view, we are still seen as very much the centre of what's going on. And whether you're travelling to Asia or to America, this is a stop-off point. So our business in terms of occupancy has never really been an issue. I suppose it comes down to what you want to charge and how much you can charge for your accommodation. There's no doubt about it, we're getting more competition from the likes of Airbnb, apart hotels. I mean, the market is very diverse and very dynamic, and as a general manager and custodian of a business, my responsibility and my colleagues' responsibility is all about that dynamicism, entrepreneurial approach, and fundamentally we've got to enjoy what we're doing. So it's all to play for.